Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cruising Israel. I'm your host, Natalie.
And I'm Max. And you know, Natalie, we've been doing the show now for a very long time, filmed so many places. We've been looking back on some of our favorite stuff lately. And you know, I miss some of the times when we would do really active, extreme kind of sports type items.
Yeah,
it was always kind of fun.
Those were really fun. I really enjoyed the horseback riding and the supping on the beach, paddleboarding, ATV rides. There's really so much to do and see here.
It's fun watching you have your first golf.
Yeah, why don't we look back on all those fun clips?
Let's do it.
There are many ways to tour the magic of Israel. From its breathtaking scenery to its rich history, this tiny nation has a lot to offer. As tiny as it may be, you can't get everywhere by foot, but how about on a horse?
Wow! This is amazing! I didn't think horses liked the water this much.
Today we decided to visit Sirin Riders, which provides exhilarating tours of the country, ranging in length from a few hours to a whole week.
I don't know much about horses. I'm from New York. You know, the only time I've ever seen a horse was in Central Park. Are these domestic animals? Are they friendly?
Very friendly. You know, she's third generation with us.
Yeah.
You know, her grandmother was my horse. So she really a horse that I can trust. I really can trust.
Good, I'm happy to hear that. Okay, let's try this. Whoa!
Long leg, that's it. Now you look like a real English rider.
So we're starting out with a nice, calm, peaceful ride, right?
The scenic beach ride was the perfect way to start the tour, along the glistening waters of the Mediterranean Sea.
Wow, this is beautiful. They got a nice refreshing dip in the water. So Yair, how long have you been riding horses for?
I'm today 55, from age 3,
Wow.
52 years.
Wow, that's forever. That's it, we're getting off?
Yeah.
This is an unbelievable view.
It was a very important port. This was the entrance for all the Galilee, much before Akko and before Caesarea. So it's from the Phoenician time, 3,300 years ago.
So you're doing tours for groups, individuals, how does it work?
Sirin Riders is about personal tourism. We can take a group of 20 riders and we can take a group of 1 rider. The 20 and the 1 will get the same experience. Our real best seller, I can say, it's the Tour Israel. It actually starts on Saturday and it's finished in the Sunday after. And we start in the Galilee, Sea of Galilee, with the horses to the Jordan River, and then Carmel Mountain, and then Jerusalem, and then to Judea Desert. You drive 30 kilometers and you ride in a totally different landscape. I really hope that people understand the opportunity to enjoy from a real Israel. And horses are vital to get into the real land.
We had an absolutely amazing time. For everyone out there that wants to see Israel in a new light, this is definitely the way to do it. The glorious Tel Aviv beaches are a perfect setting for all sorts of outdoor activities, from paddleboarding to surfing, and we cannot forget the notorious beach game, Matkot. Matkot is the Israeli version of paddleball that has everyone from amateurs to professionals hooked. Today we're going to go visit the place where some of the best rackets are manufactured, and maybe we'll even play a little.
Matkot has been dominating Tel Aviv's coastline for almost a century. Here you'll find sport and fitness are the central focus of the 14-kilometer-long beach.
I'm in this hobby more than 30 years. As you can see, I'm not young. And since then, I'm every weekend, I'm playing Matcot on Friday and Saturday, the whole day.
The sounds of the rubber ball being whacked back and forth can be heard throughout the entire boardwalk. The game isn't played against each other, but rather working together to reach a common goal.
The main point in this game, there's no competition in general. It's two people or three that were fighting for one thing, to keep the ball in the air as fast as possible. No competition, no scores.
Usually, in professional game, one do the attack and one do the defense. Now I do the defense for Avi. Also, we have a professional racket for a defense and professional Matcot for attack.
So now it's my turn to play.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, few tips, small tips will make your game much better. First tip is to wait for the ball. Don't rush to the ball, because if you rush to the ball, your hand will go down. Second, when you hit towards to the defender face. The racket have to finish in the face of the defender. This will, yes. You won't hit him, don't worry, he's too professional.
I then played against one of Israel's most professional players, who is the foremost manufacturer of the carbon Matcot in Israel.
Now there's only one rule: refrain from letting the ball hit the ground. You ready, Avi?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A 30-minute game can burn up to 600 calories, and playing on the beach will give you that sun-kissed glow.
The first rule that I teach the students, it's only to look on the ball. That's it.
Doesn't matter how you hold it. It's just the
At
main
the
focus
start,
is the ball.
no matter nothing. Also, only look at the ball. If you look at the ball, you understand the playing.
Today we're going to go on an exhilarating Jeep tour, and what better way to see the country than with a 4x4 and a pretty knowledgeable guide. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us what we are going to see today.
We are going to adventure. We intend to go on an ancient road between Emmaus and Jerusalem. This road was the main road. This is route number 1 of today on the ancient time. In this route, we will travel on time. We will find sites, give us a story from the 2nd century before count 80 to the 20th century. This is an amazing adventure of religious nature and Israel.
Yaron combined his passion of Israel and thrilling Jeep rides to create a fun off-road adventure through the ancient roads which were active thousands of years ago.
Put your seatbelt on, Max. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Are you ready?
So we finally made it to the top of the hill, and it was a bumpy ride. Why don't you tell us what we could see from here? It's a magnificent view.
This is the reason we go up.
Yeah.
We are looking on the north side of Ayalon Valley, and in front of us we see ruins of a Crusades fortress.
The greatest part about exploring Israel's history is the many archaeological sites, fortresses, or ruins you may see at every turn, considering the various empires that have ruled the land.
I think going down is scarier than going up.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yaron customizes his tours and highlights the most fascinating sites according to the group's preferences and reaches almost all parts of Israel.
We combine the classic tour for all the places that people arrive, the religious places, the historical places, with the off-road. We combine the nature with the people. We mix between an ethnic tour to a classic tour. The idea is a lot of knowledge. We speak a lot, with the Israeli English. A lot of Hebrew inside, but some people think it's charming, some people think it's not good enough. You will decide when you see the show.
Jerusalem has been the site of legendary battles throughout the ages. Today we're here at Ammunition Hill to learn about the brave men who lost their lives in the liberation of Jerusalem. Here, visitors get to not only learn about the sacrifices of the brave Israeli paratroopers, but their own courage gets put to the test. So wait, I have to climb this thing? Go over it?
No.
Oh my gosh, how scary!
Go.
The historic battlefield honors the brave soldiers who fought there to liberate Jerusalem.
How does the thrilling activities here, the ropes course and the zip lining, how does that connect to the history of the battle?
It's not only about death and sacrifice. When they talk about bravery and camaraderie in the trenches, we're using zip line and we're using a rope course so that they will understand what we are talking about.
The exhilarating ropes course utilizes both your physical and mental abilities and is fun for pretty much any adventure. Yaakov, Israel's rock climbing champion, will be our guide for the day.
Whoa, I'm swinging. Wait, I can't do this.
You can do
I
it,
don't
sure.
have muscles.
No, do it. Natalie, you're great. You do it great.
This is harder than, look.
Go up. Take your feet up. Great, you get to the top. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, that wasn't that bad.
Back to the ground.
Comedy.
Okay, take your head back. Two hands in the air, don't touch anything. Let it switch.
Oh my god! Yay! As a kid!
The last mission I decided to participate in was the 80-meter zip line, which was a surreal experience considering you can see the old city from a bird's eye view.
This place really offers a one-of-a-kind experience. I mean, when you're dangling off a high tower right up here and seeing the old city in front of you, I mean, there's nothing else like it. So thank you so much. We had an amazing, amazing time. The Middle East isn't exactly known for its lush golf courses, but here in Castalia, you'll find an 18-hole championship course, the biggest in the country. Let's check it out.
Here in Caesarea, we have the one and only golf course in Israel, 18 golf course. This is a championship course. We also have here a par 3 course. So basically we have the 18 course plus another 9.
Okay, time to play some golf. You ready?
I'm always ready for golf.
Yalla, let's do it. Tell us the first lesson in golf.
Okay, the first lesson we're going to start actually from closer to our target versus hitting big shots that it's hard to learn. I believe this you can learn quickly. You have to make sure that the bottom of the club brushes the ground.
Now I have to swing my entire body, correct?
Just the upper body. Make sure you brush under. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a good one. Now, I wouldn't say that golf is really part of Israeli culture, but Israel is the ideal spot to play because of the weather. Tell us how the whole idea of bringing a golf club course to Israel arose.
Okay, well, it started with the Rothschild family, their vision to bring golf into Israel, and it happened almost 60 years ago. And in 2008, we decided to even get it farther and invited a world-renowned architect, a Golf of Fame architect. His name is Pete Dye. And Pete Dye came in here and redesigned the golf course to what you see today.
One of the real benefits of this place is that you have everything in one place. You have 2 minutes from here, the beach, which is known as one of the best in this area. You have also obviously the golf course, you have the restaurant, you have the spa, so basically we can spend the full day here without going anywhere else.
Okay. We are now here on the driving range. Let's see if I can take the lessons that Boaz taught me and put them to good use. Woo! That was a good one. That went pretty far. For the very first time in Israel, we can now experience the thrill of human flight. We're here at Flybox, where we're going to find out all about this exciting activity of indoor skydiving.
Ever wish you could fly? Today that might seem impossible without being attached to a cable or a parachute, but one company has now made the unimaginable a reality. You don't have to be a bird to soar, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here today at Flybox.
Oh my God, that's scary, okay.
All I can think about is how high and how fast.
It's going up until 14 meters, that's the highest you can get. Wind speed adjustable between 0 to 270 kilometers per hour.
I've never exactly been given a lesson on how to fly, but luckily Willow is here to make sure I'm ready for the thrill. It turns out there are a lot of different hand signals you need to pay attention to in mid-air.
So we've got our flight suit. It's going to be a little baggy at first, just to help you fly a little easier. We have your goggles, your helmet, and earplugs, because it can get quite loud in there, and we want to make sure we protect your hearing. Suit looks good, nice and baggy. There you go, right? Beautiful. So the stirrups are going to go underneath your foot inside your shoe. And what's your shoe size?
I'm a 6.5.
6, I got you. Okay, and you want to make sure you pop that watch off, okay?
Now the excitement is starting to sink in. I guess it's time to put on the rest of the gear.
There you go. And then relax is the most important. It means just whatever you're doing, a little bit less of that would be great. Okay, nice and relaxed. Yeah, well, just relax, okay? All right. When we get in, I'm gonna have you stand on the door like this, chin up. I'll give you a thumbs up. You're just gonna lean in and lay down, okay?
The sensation is extremely similar to skydiving. My second time around actually went much smoother than the first. Once you get a hang of the positions, you surprisingly start to feel at ease.
The trick is, I realized that you have to let your body feel at ease. You have to calm down, because in the beginning I was a little panicky.
Yeah, a little engaged.
Yeah. I was stressed out a little bit, but as long as you release your body, then you'll have a great time.
You let the wind do the work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. You were a great
You're very
coach.
welcome. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, definitely not.
If you think archery is not a sport played by the Israelis, think again. Today we came to the only archery park in Israel where we will properly learn how to shoot a bow and arrow. Archery promotes the values of healthy competition, fairness, and determination. So let's check it out. Nice.
Archery is one of the oldest arts still practiced around the world. Historically, it has been used for hunting and battle, but in modern times it has developed as a recreational and a competitive sport.
We're here at one of the farms from Bethlehem, and we created a location for archery shooting. Actually, for everybody. It's the only location actually open in Israel for everybody to shoot.
Around the park, various targets are set up, as well as a hunting trail that leads to the oak forest. It features replicas of animals dating back to the Jurassic period. Before we play, I have to learn the few simple steps.
The way we shoot is always 100% sideways. Being stable, very important, with your left arm when you're ready to release the arrow.
Archery exercises can help improve skill of focus, patience, and concentration.
Just to give you an idea, from here, when you let go.
Oh, bullseye.
Is it? I can't see.
Yeah, on the yellow. Right in the center.
Nice.
That was pretty good my first time.
After practicing and shooting the arrow a couple of more times, you start to get the hang of it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, nice.
Wow, you got it.
Park HaYura also hosts many celebrations for children. But not only that, it turns out archery is pretty beneficial as well as fun. Drawing a bow strengthens core muscles, which improves the archer's balance and stability.
So, let's give it a go.
All right. Careful. Yeah, she got it.
So, if you're looking for a safe and fun activity with all sorts of benefits, archery is the way to go.
The real fun part of this place is actually see the reaction of people. When they come out from the forest after the shooting, or the kids after they finish an hour and a half or 2 hours, they go crazy. Yeah, sure. It's hard to get them out of here. It's like almost impossible. The parents have to drag them out.
Folks, thanks so much for joining us for all the fun and action as we look back on some of our sports items.
Yep, and don't forget to catch us week after week as we cruise the country and show you the best Israel has to offer.
Bye.